Tonight we're going to be reviewing the Google Pixel Buds. We'll talk about what they are, what do you get when you buy the Google Pixel Buds. I'll talk about the features and the functionality, how to use them in the different modes, and then finally I'll wrap up with, after using them for 6 months, what are my impressions, what do I like, what don't I like, and would I recommend buying them. So, what are the Google Pixel Buds? They are Google's version of wireless headphones. They are designed to be primarily used with the Pixel phones. You get more features and functionality out of that, although you could use them with any Bluetooth enabled phone or device. So that's what it is. What do you get when you buy them? You get the nice charging case that I've been showing here. You get the Pixel Buds inside, and you also get a charging cable. Charging cable has a standard USB connector on one side and USB-C connector on the other. And as a personal note, I really like the USB-C connectors. You don't have to worry about the orientation when you plug up your different devices, and it seems that Google is heading that way. Okay, so let's talk about the Pixel Buds themselves. As I mentioned, you get this nice charging case and the Pixel Buds in there. When the Pixel Buds are in the case, as they are here, they'll turn off, they'll disconnect the Bluetooth connection to your phone. When you take them out, they will make the connection to your phone. It is a charging case, so every once in a while you got to charge them. I guess that's going to depend on how much you use the Pixel Buds and how much they need to charge them. I find I usually go at least a week before I need to charge the case. I charge them once a week just to be on the safe side. I use them every day at work, a lot of times for several hours a day, sometimes a full day. But I find that I can get about a week's worth of charge out of this case. When you open the case, you'll notice there's some lights that'll tell you what charge is left on them. There are 3 lights. 3 lights is a full charge. 2 lights is, I guess, close to half a charge, and 1 light means better think about charging them. So that's how you know. These there are 2 little holes in here that the Pixel Buds will fit into to disconnect them from the phone and start charging them. They are keyed for left and right. There's a little R and L inside with 2 contacts. They will mate up with the contacts on the earbuds. So when you slip them in there, when you get them both in there correctly, you'll notice a nice little green light comes on. The Pixel Buds are charging. To close the case, just let's see if I can do it this way. Wrap the cords around the outside, tuck it in, close it, good to go. So when you're ready to use them, open the case, pop them out, and there you go. Ready to use. Adjusting them. To adjust them to your fit, there's a little loop here, and you just pull that to make it a little bigger, pull down this way to make it a little smaller. So, and then they fit nicely into your ear. So, there you go. Both sides are that way, so I generally find that I'm keeping them about halfway to make them fit comfortable in my ears, and overall they are very comfortable. All right, let's talk about controlling the Pixel Buds and what you can do with them. Okay, all the control is done through the right earpiece, and it's either a press and hold or a tap to get the different features. A press and a hold will activate the Google Assistant, and then you can do your normal commands that you would do through your assistant. Make phone calls, set reminders, ask for directions, whatever you need to do. Tap and hold, say your command. If you're playing music, podcasts, something like that, a single tap will pause, another tap will begin your music. Okay? While you're wearing them, if you're listening to music or whatever, and a phone call comes in, a single tap will answer the phone, and then a press and hold will end the phone call. So that's the phone assistants. And then one of the big features of the Pixel Buds with the Google Assistant is the language translation. Now, I have not actually tried this feature yet. I would like to, but I just haven't had the opportunity to. But to activate the language translation features, you'll need the Pixel Buds. You'll also need the Google Assistant on your phone and the translation app. To use it, you press and hold, and then tell Google, help me translate Spanish, help me speak French, whatever languages are supported, it'll do that. Then it'll prompt you in the language English speaker, I would speak my native English, and then it would translate that into French. And then on the Translate app on the phone, when I'm ready, whoever's speaking French or the other language to me, press and hold the speaker button, they would speak, and it would get translated into English in the buds. So, feature I'd like to try. Haven't had a chance to try that yet. So there you go with the language translation. Also, when you're listening to your music or whatever, if you double tap the Pixel Buds, you'll get your notifications, tell you, how many text messages you have, whatever other notifications you have ready. If you don't have any notifications, it'll tell you no notifications. Nice feature is that you are able to customize the double tap feature. So if you don't want to always double tap and hear your notifications, would like to do something else, you can customize it to go to the next track. So if you like listening to a music a lot, like I do, you can double tap, it'll proceed to the next track. All that setup is done through the Google Assistant app on the phone. So those are the features and the functionalities of the Pixel Buds. So let's talk a little bit about what I like and what I don't like. Already alluded to the fact that they are comfortable. I like the fit. I can wear them all day long. Easy to get in and out of the ears. So I like that. A lot of other earbuds or earpieces I've had, after I wear them for several hours, either start the earbuds, when I stick them into my ears, start bothering me. Things that hook over the ends of the ears just tend to start irritating that part of my ear or whatever. But these I can wear all day long, very comfortable. I like them a lot. The sound quality in them is good for me. I'm not an audiophile. I do like listening to music, but I'm not an audiophile to say that these are going to be the best earbuds that you can get. But I think for the casual listener of music, they're more than adequate. And that's one thing I like about the earbuds, is the fit and the comfort of them. I do like the charging case. Comes in very handy, and I just like that you can plop them in there and they start charging. Very nice, very nice. Another thing I like about the earbuds are the controls, and I did forget to mention earlier, one of the controls on the earbuds, if you're listening to music, podcast, whatever, phone call, by swiping forward on the control, it'll raise the volume, and by swiping backwards on the earbud, it'll lower the volume. So nice to be able to just swipe forward or swipe back and adjust the volume on that. So but overall, I do like the controls. Easy to use, to tap and press and hold, swiping back and forth. It does take a little bit of getting used to. I know when I first had them in, trying to locate them, I mean, I've had these ears all my life. You think I'd know right where they are, but when you have something in your ear and you're trying to control it, just takes a little bit. And sometimes if you're trying to find it to adjust the volume, you'll press and hold it, and now you're activating the Google Assistant or stopping your music or whatever. So it does take a little bit of getting used to, but once you're used to it, pretty easy to use. So I do like that. Other thing about the charging case, I like the battery status in there. Again, I charge it about once a week, so I haven't had the case go dead. I haven't had it get down to one light yet where I feel I need to charge it. So Like that. I also like the material of this. Google has been putting material, fabric on their products, and I like that. It just gives it, to me, it gives it an extra quality to it. So there you go. What don't I like about the Pixel Buds? One is if I put them in and I haven't started music or video or listening to anything, there is a popping every now and then on them. I'm not sure what that's about, but I do know that once I start my music, podcast, video, or whatever, I do not hear that anymore. So only when they're connected, but nothing playing yet. So a little bit annoying, and again, I don't know what that is. Kind of alluded to it earlier. The controls at the beginning can be a little difficult to use. Just finding them and finding the appropriate spot to touch them or move them. Sometimes, if you're trying to locate it to turn the volume up or down, you may activate the Google Assistant, pause what you're listening to, or something like that. Not really sure what the fix is for that, but that's a little bit of a drawback on that. You can grab them by the sides without affecting or activating any of the features, so that's kind of nice getting them in and out. Another thing I don't particularly care for is that, as you it's maybe hard to tell, but when they sit in the case for a while, they start to get this bend in them, which I don't know. It tends to, when you first get them out of the case and put them on, it's got that bend. So you get that in the back of your neck. Over time, it seems to straighten out. I'm a little leery with always pulling them out of the case and straightening them out, because when I put them away, they get bent, and I don't know if that action will eventually cause them to break or fracture or whatever. So don't really care for that. And then over time, the adjusting here, especially in the area, I don't know if you can see that or not, but in the adjusting of the earpiece, since I've been using them over time, has loosened up a little bit. I guess that's kind of normal wear and tear. So getting that, I guess, kind of perfect fit is a little harder. They do fit well. They still fit well. So I do still like them. They're still comfortable. I just wish that wasn't quite so loose, and I imagine over more and more time it'll continue to get loose. Alright, so that's what I like and what I don't like about the Pixel Buds. Would I recommend them? So at this time, at the Google store, they're going for $159, $160, which is a little pricey. The audio quality, again, for me, not being an audiophile, I really like them. That's a lot of money to spend for kind of what you're getting. If you like Google products and you want the integration, I would definitely recommend it. If you're kind of ambivalent or you're looking for other features or functionalities in Bluetooth headsets, you might be better off looking somewhere else. But for me, kind of the Google ecosystem I'm in, I think I would get these again. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the review. Leave some comments below if you have any further questions. If you like the review, if you didn't like the review, please leave a comment. And that's it. I will talk to you tomorrow.